Stay a while and listen.
Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up a new season of Battle Brothers. The old season never got finished. I know I'm really bad at that. Well, for the most part, all the seasons up to the last one didn't actually have an ending that I could have achieved. So, yeah, then things got super... Anyway, long story short, we're here. They just dropped a new DLC on the 29th of November. And it is here for all of us to enjoy and play. I haven't actually played the Lindwurm DLC. When they had map seeding, there's a whole bunch of stuff I haven't got to check out yet because my old season was literally at like 1.0 release day, and then for a couple of weeks I played. And then they added a whole bunch of new stuff, and well, here we are basically. We are ready to dive in. We're going to start a new campaign, and not only are we going to start a new campaign, we're going to probably keep it at, like, the low end of things. I'm not going to go super crazy. I'm not going to go, like, super ultra mega veteran of Doom, because I want to actually experience the game from beginning to end. So we'll go with the easiest setting, which I think is normal, which is, like, hard mode for almost every other game. So we'll see. Hopefully you guys can forgive me, but you'll enjoy the ride. And I have also decided that I am going to go with a specific thing for all the names this time around. I know some of you will be sad because you like to join the Battle Brothers. Future seasons you guys will be able to join. But the Gus Triumvirate. No, we're just gonna go with the Guseseseses. Guseseseseses. Yeah, that doesn't look weird at all. The Guseseseses. Maybe there's only one S there. Yeah, sure, we're gonna go with that. All right, we're gonna have the random late game crisis. Permanent destruction's fine. There is your map seed if you want to play along. Let's see, if we were the Guseseseseses, whom would we be? That kind of, it's creepy. That's also very creepy. I like that one. Praise the sun, guys. Let's see, what are we gonna do? I think maybe we'll do the multitude of stabby hearts. That seems Gus-like. Alright, we're gonna go with beginner, it's fine. We'll go with the medium starting funds, that way it's not too OP. I would do Iron Man, but what if we lose footage? I can't, so we're not going to do that. Alright, both of those things are active and ready to go, and we are to begin. The Guseseseses shall reign supreme! Probably. Or not. It all depends. So I imagine we'll start the same way we always start with this. And that is going after Hogarth, the Stinky, and well, we'll see how it all plays out. I don't actually know if they've added any kind of new starting scenario. I don't think they need to. The last battle, yeah, works. So our original, all right, we'll read through it. We'll go here. It all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hogarth the Weasel and his band of raiders, but it was them who found you first. An ambush. Some joke about horses, cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Men holler and scream, a great volume before death. And as the hail subsides, you draw your weapon with the rest of the men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. You shout in pain. A harried glance sees the men charge without you, to make a valiant last stand. Met in force as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain. A last nod before his throat is cut. You're left in command now of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with all the will you can muster, slowly rise again. To the end! For the Guseseseses! Well, that doesn't look good. Our few remaining men are they're not doing so good. They're kind of getting cut down, and that's not great, honestly. We have a 50 chance, and we have a 46. We're going to go with the 50 chance. Hey, we hit him with the 50 chance. Alright, sweet. We're going to go ahead and reload our thing. That's Hogarth the Weasel. Yep, he's like, things are not looking so good. I think maybe I'm going to step back. I think I'm going to step back, and we're going to deal with this another time. We're going to get Emmerich up over there, and then Geralt, or Geralt. Alright, that's fine. Hopefully he moves there, not like down there. He'll move. That's fine. I have planned for every such contingency. Come out, oh, except for that one. Didn't really plan for that one. But, funny thing, I can still shoot you at point blank. Just can't reload yet. Alright, I will try to remove your head from your... I missed. I shall stabify you, miss. Stabify you again. And now I can reload. Go ahead. Cut out my armor. It's fine. Ain't no thing. Uh-huh. And we said good day, sir. Alright, we did, but it didn't mean anything. But now you're going to lose your head, so it's all good. Okay, man. That shield is way too good. It's fine. Because you know what? That shield's gone. No more shield. And now we said good day, sir. There it is. Alright, so our boys survived. Hopefully that would happen. Generally, I like to do this without getting hit. I did get hit a little bit up on the armor. A little bit of blood there. That wasn't great. It's okay. Once again, we got the Fengshire helmet. And all these extra cool things. Alright, so. Pretty much a typical start to the Battle Bohemians. You're alive. You won. The adrenaline fades, and in its wake, you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow's shaft. Your chest heaves, pain for breath. Everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men. That bastard Hoggart did justice to his name, fleeing like the weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind. It's Emmerich who sits down beside you, bedding his bloodied axe on his legs. You turn to him to reply, but before you can answer, he continues. Bernhard's dead. They slit his throat. He was a good man, a damn good leader, but all it took was one mistake. That makes you the one in charge now, don't it? Otmar? Sure, joins the two of you still breathing heavily. Then Geralt, the Bloody. Save the ceremony and anointments for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and return to Kopingen. Kopingen? I got nothing. To collect our pay. The weasel's men are slain after all. Besides, Captain, we ought to see to that wound before we lose you, too. Wouldn't want to leave Otmar in charge, right? Otmar has high ambitions. He's going to take us all down. But before we do any of that stuff, we need to rename our Battle Bohemians. Put you on the back line. We're going to give you the cooler hat because, you know, you're on the front lines and we need a better hat for you. That is until we get a decent hat that, you know, surpasses 60. Then we move you to one of our archers so it gives them the edge. Alright, so we need to name some peeps. So, the whole point of the Guseseseseses, as we have named ourselves, is we're going to be using Gus nicknames from Psych. So this guy right here, Geralt the Bloody, he's no longer going to be Geralt the Bloody or the Buddy or whatever it is I just almost said. It's fine. He's going to be Chocolate Columbo. Oh no! Okay, we can still fit it. Columbo. I can sometimes type. So Chocolate Columbo right there. Boom. He is there. He is ready. Then we're going to go on over to this one, and it's going to be... oh, I don't know. Magic Head. Because why not? Then we go down here, and it's going to be Jazz Hands. And it's all going to be Gus names, guys and gals. I don't have my list up on the side of my other screen right now, but I know enough Gus names off the top of my head that this will work for a while at least. Alright, our battle brothers are ready to move out back to Copenhagen, even though that's absolutely not where it is. Kopingen? It's Copenhagen. You have to say it with like a Fran accent. French accent? No, it's fine. Onward! Let's hustle. Come on. Get to stepping. We are a very small company of mercenaries at this point. Also, this is a morning recording. I don't often do morning recording, so I apologize if it's a little different than my normal stuff. It's fine. What a sorry display it must be for the onlookers as you arrive in Copenhagen. 4 bloodied and beaten mercenaries down on their luck. The man who hired the company days ago, Bernhard of Copenhagen, no doubt expected you to return in a more glorious fashion. Still, he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine while his servant fetches a healer. Few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man with shaky hands tends your wounds. A pin pierces your skin, the first of many stitches to come. You grit your teeth till you think you hear one break. Warnard of Copenhagen sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hogert. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it into your wound because that's going to be super fun for everyone. You nod and he does so. For a moment, that's all there is. You are not a man, but a pinch of fire, flesh from flame, and golem of pain. Warnard of Copenhagen hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, Sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it is a shame that Hogert still lives. We do expect to get paid for this. Warnard of Copenhagen gasps. Well, naturally, 400 crowns as we agreed upon. Gestures toward a servant who rushes to your side with pay in hand. I wonder, may I make use of your services one more time? I very much like to end the headache that is Hogert once and for all. And I would pay you again, of course. Another 400 crowns, shall we say. Magic Head scoffs and turns to drink more wine. A chocolate Columbo stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without the Guseseseseses, Magic Head would drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets. In Jazz Hands, by the gods, we know he'd go chasing all the womenfolk until one stove his rotted head in. We need the Guseses. So on and so forth. It is all we have. What say you, Capitan? Magic Head burps and raises his cup to you. Jazz Hands playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill that bastard, Hogget, or not. It is up to you, Cap'n. Alright, we're gonna deal with him because he's a bad guy. Excellent! He claps his hands in satisfaction. My little birds will need some time to find where Hogart is hiding. His hide now. In the meantime, I suggest you see about stocking up on supplies so that you'll be good and ready to end this when the time comes. I shall see you in a few days' time, at the latest. As you leave him in his house and stand on the outskirts of Copenhagen, Chocolate Columbo seeks a word with you. We need more men, Captain. I know I give a big speech back there, but bravado won't do shite. We need more warm bodies in the ranks. Figured we'd find 3 good men, buy them some decent weapons, and dress them in the best armor we can afford. The man pauses to glance around. I bet this Bodunk town's got a desperate peasant or two looking for a new life. Or we could travel to Halheim in the north. Them city folk aren't always as hardy as these country bumpkins, but we're more likely to find men with fighting experience stopping to rest there. That is what we shall do then, sir. But first, to this place. Oh, really? That's new. I don't get to know whomst I'm hiring? Well, what is this? This character may have unknown traits. You can pay for a tryout to reveal these. Oh, really? That is so much worse than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so what I was under the impression of... Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, no, I think this is still bad. I'm not sure. So I was under the impression that we would see that they were minors, and that we would see their traits, and then we would actually see what their stats were. Like, there would be a way to see what the stats were. However, that doesn't seem like that's how this works. And I don't think I like this, because, like, we already had this information before. This seems worse, unless I'm crazy and we didn't have this information before. Well, whatever. We'll give it a shot and see how it all plays out. What do we have available right now? Not a lot. I think we're going to head to the other town. I tend to prefer that anyway. So we're going to up and leave. We'll pause, and we're going to go to Halheim. Are they going to send me all the way around the mountains? No, they're going to send me through. Good, I prefer that. Well, I say that, but, you know. Visit Halheim north of Copenhagen. I still want to call it Copenhagen. It just makes more sense. But that's okay. That is okay. Wouldn't going directly north be quicker than whatever... Is this like still considered mountain here, maybe? So maybe it's not quicker. Oh good, it's going to be in the middle of the night. No? Okay. As Halheim's skyline appears on the horizon, Jazz Hands seeks a word with you. Never been to Halheim before, but I've been around ones that look a lot like it. Cities like these are great for selling goods, as all these prissy, pompous people love to have their goods delivered. With so many merchants, you can find almost everything you need to. Keep an eye out for bargains, and don't get swindled by them cutthroat merchants. Magic Head sees fit to add his own opinion of what you should do. Oh, the mornings, guys, the mornings. If there's a good tavern, I say that is where we should go first. Nothing helps a man down on his luck more than a good pint. God knows we've earned it. Jazz Hands shakes his head. You say that every time we stop into a town. You say that even when you're already drunk. I'll keep it in mind. Already drunk? Good camp here. Meh. It is the dawn of a new day. Okay, so this is weird. I'm not sure I like this. There's a brawler, a grave robber, and another brawler. Wow, we did not get like any better people. Well, I suppose like the miners, I feel like are the better choices. All right, well, we're gonna try them out. What did that reveal that he did not have any special abilities? Oh, it did. Okay, okay, all right. Greedy, I want more. The character is greedy and will demand higher daily payment than others with a similar background, as well as being fast to leave you if you ever run out of crowns. Thanks. However, he has a hate for greenskin. Some past event in his character's life has fueled a burning hatred for all things green and mean. Well, how much? One more? I mean, that's fine. And you don't have anything. That's curious, though. So if you really don't like the traits, you don't have to waste all the money and have somebody who's like a bleeder and breaks every time the wind blows with morale. I mean, I guess that's kind of good. But I could have sworn we already could see that before. Well, I'm going to go with the grave robber, too. We're just going to stick with the peeps that we have here. That's about it, huh? Okay, well, that's fine. Alright, so they don't have any actual equipment, so it's a little bit on the meh side of life. But we'll outfit them. We'll get them going. It'll be okay. Alright, any of you guys proficient with ranged weaponry? No. So all of you guys are going to be frontliners. That sucks. It's fine. Okay. We should probably rename these folks and then get them outfitted and return to town, and then probably break off our first episode, guys and gals. So, I have to go with one of my favorites. We're going to have to go with Wally Ali. I could be doing titles, and I may come up with titles later, but for now, we're just going to stick with what we've got. Stick with what we know. Oh, let's see, the stallion. We're going to go with Bruton Gaster. Call him old Gasty. See, some of these I'll have one for. So Bruton Gaster, Old Gasty. And then we could go with a player named Gus. There we go. The Smooth Storm. Perfect. Alright, so there we are. We have our Gus named peeps going strong. We've hired up the entire town. There's no one left. No one remaining. This town is kind of meh. So let's go and pay for a round. Yeah! Good. You got eager. Alright. Check out the old place of markets. That's a bit overpriced. Not horribly so, but a little bit. Yeah, there's not a lot of equipment available. I'm not gonna lie, I'm more than slightly disappointed in this. Is that a bolt? That's an arrow. Okay, that's what I was hoping. Okay. Yeah. I have to say, I'm really disappointed in the quality of equipment that we have. Like, it's bad. It's really not great. Alright, well, we'll replace your club with that. Wally Ali. I may make a one-handed swordsman at some point. That's something I've been wanting to kind of try out. And we'll see. Maybe it's good, maybe it's terrible. I don't rightly know at this point. But we're probably going to try that out at some point in the future. But for now, this guy already kind of looks like he could be a butcher. I guess we're going to throw this on him for right now. We're going to remove the knife. I don't like having the knife on these guys. I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't do too much. It's fine. Wow, your defense is terrible. You're cocky, yeah. Too cocky for your own good. Mm-hmm. Now one for delicate attacks. This character will use full force and additional damage striking an opponent's head in melee. Jeez. Alright, oh, check this out. He's huge. Being particularly huge and burly, this character strikes hurt plenty. But he's also a bigger target than most. Ooh, well. That is sort of detrimental. We're going to leave here. We'll pause again. Is there a big town nearby? Because I need something that's going to get me actual, like, equipment. Because we have a fair amount of money left. And I know that this is... Oh, God. You're not going to murder me, right? Okay. I know there's a fair amount of stuff going on, but we really, really need help. In fact, we could even hire an additional person here. What are you, a thief? I wouldn't mind getting you. Oh, a eunuch. Well, that's a thing. A refugee. I'm fine rolling out with the 6 that we have. But we need better stuff. And you guys have, like, okay hats. Still need armor. Ooh, look, they have paint. White and blue paint. Cool. Then they have a paint set. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like it. Can't really do anything with it yet, but it's still cool that it's there. I'm horribly disappointed in our just amount of stuff that we can do here. We need body armor, guys. We kind of need that body armor. And having like a slightly better just about everything would probably be good too. What is this one? 50? This is 55? 45, okay. I thought it was less, but I wasn't sure. That's 40. Alright, gotcha. Jeep there. This is 45? 40. Okay. Alright, again, I know this is not the greatest. We definitely need to get some armor, though. Do they have an armorer here? A tavern. Seriously, there's no good place that has any kind of armor? Like, that's the best we've found so far is the 35. That's not great. That's not great at all. That's quite terrible, to be honest. We're gonna have to strip our buddy of his... Wait, what? Did I do that backwards somehow? What did I just do? There we go. Very strange. I have to strip him of armor just because we need other people to be armored slightly better than they are. I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of any of this stuff going on right now. Maybe we put you on the back line as a pitchforker. I think that might be the better play. Put you on the side? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, well, we're gonna head back to the original town, I suppose. In hopes that maybe they got some stuff. We can go to a Falcon Festi, I suppose. It's on the way if we don't cut through the mountains, so maybe? Just have to make it there before nighttime. Go. It's evening. We did it. Alright, we can definitely get some stuff here. Oh yeah, a lot of stuff here. Alright, now we're talking. Alright, that should be enough. We should still be able to afford everybody and actually have decent armor now. Okay, you need to make sure you have yourself the highest of the armors. Again, not rolling with a shield. It's going to put you at a disadvantage. Put the quilted armor on you. Give you back your garb, friend. There you are. And you can have the quilted armor as well. And you're 45. Swap that with you. Alright, I think we're okay-ish at this point. Maybe not great, but we're okay-ish. Oh boy. Wish us luck, folks. Wish us luck. Because we're certainly going to need it for the future. Alright. See if we can't make our way back to town, and then we'll break off the old episodic episode. Well, yeah, we're pretty much set up at this point. We're going to be going into a forest, which is super dangerous, always. It could be wolves, it could be undead, there could be any amount of terrible bad things waiting to eat our faces off here. Thankfully, and luckily, that is not what happened. We made it back to the town without any kind of issue. Alright, Onward of Copenhagen is pacing back and forth when you find him. The healer who darn near killed you with a fire poke is standing nearby. He's picking chunks of dried blood out of his fingernails. Alright, he claps his hands. Finally, you're here. I have good news. We got hold of one of Hogarth's former men. My good friend here had a nice little talk with the man, and now I know where Hogarth is licking his wounds. The healer clears his throat, displaying his fingers out like a maiden looking to paint them. He speaks as though he's identifying a disease he is about to excise. You almost exercise that disease just to make it stronger and more virile, I guess? I don't know. The brigand known as Hogarth is hiding in a small hut on the hills to the east of here. Based upon my most civil discussion with one of his men, Hogarth knows that the Guseseseseses are on his heels and will have gathered more men since the last time you met him. Nodding, Onward of Copenhagen waves you off. Good luck, sellsword. We shall return with his head. We shall. But we shall do this at another time and another place. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the first episode of the new DLC thingy. I don't really want to call this Season 2. I think I already did earlier on, but it's just basically the new DLC dropped and we're just starting again. So this is kind of like version 1.1 or 1.0. I don't know what version it is. But either way, it's a new chapter in the Battle Brothers book that is the Freak Show. I mean, we've done a lot. We're going to continue to come back to Battle Brothers over and over. Sometimes it's nice to take a break. It's been too long. I'm glad to be back. And I already did do a stream of this a few days ago. And we all sort of died, a bunch of us. So that could happen again. It'll be fun. Or terrible and sad. Either way, the Guseses will return. Until the very next episode, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out here at the Freak Show, and I'll see you later.